So for the longest time, I've been wondering why it's so difficult for people to change their minds. And after much research, I've started to realize that what's really the case is that for the last 200 years, we've been educated into an addiction to certainty. Everything has been about an outcome. Think about high school. It really wasn't about what you learned, as whether you passed your exams. University, the same. And even at work, it was really about reaching your goals at work, not your level of adaptation inside work, or EQ was important, but really it was about the EBITDA and the quarterly profits at the end of the time. Now that same brain that's so addicted to certainty now has zero certainty. And because it has zero certainty, it comes into a space of anxiousness and panic when things aren't certain. And so what's starting to happen around the world, because we've been educated for certainty and now there isn't any certainty, our brain is panicking. And because our brain is panicking, it accesses something called a high beta brainwave. And in this high beta brainwave, the Buddhists call it the mind of the sufferer. When you're in that suffering mindset where nothing is what you expect it to be, you aren't able to adapt. You're only able to defend. You're only able to attack, not able to adapt. And so the truth is that our nervous systems have been wired for certainty. They haven't been wired for uncertainty. And so in order for us to become adaptable, in order for us to become optimistic about uncertainty, what we have to realize very firstly is that we have an addiction to certainty. Two, the way to get off an addiction to certainty is by relaxing the nervous system, relaxing the way you focus on uncertainty. And as you go through that process of healing your past and rehearsing your new future to create a more adaptable mind, what starts to happen is you naturally become optimistic about uncertainty because your brain wave and nervous system is calmed down to a space that allows you to explore, to be curious, to literally have the energy to start to think about things that you haven't thought about before. And when you start to do this, nothing stresses you out because everything seems like an adventure. Everything seems like something that you want to discover. But all of it has to come down to the point of relaxing the nervous system so that you can start to see the future with brighter opportunities. Ciao from Dubai.